Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, Gun Breakdown, a Beginner's Guide. I'm Jonathan, and today we're continuing our Glock series. Today we're going to be talking about how to break down and clean your Glock 43 pistol. Alright, let's go ahead and get right into it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to clear the source of ammunition by depressing the mag release, which is right here. There is no magazine inserted, and if you have one inserted, go ahead and take it out and set it to the side. And then now we're going to do a physical and visual inspection of the chamber. So we're going to rack the slide to the rear. I see nothing. I feel nothing. Weapon is clear. So we'll send that forward. Now, in order to take the slide off, you're going to have to pull the trigger. So we're going to pull the trigger. Now we're going to go ahead and pull down the, we're going to go ahead and pull down the slide lock bar, which is this right, which are these little notches right here. And you have to make sure that when you're pulling it down, you have your slide back a little bit to the rear. It doesn't have to be a lot. You don't want to reset the trigger. Pull down both sides at the same time, release it, and then let it go. And if it's stuck, it's either because the slide lock bar isn't pulled down all the way on both sides, or you reset your trigger and you're going to have to pull the trigger again. But that's okay. So moving on, we're going to go ahead and sit down our trigger housing group. We're going to take out our guide rod and our spring. We're going to set that down. Next is going to be our barrel. Now we're going to set that down. And there's your disassembly of the Glock 43 pistol. All right, so we're going to go ahead and spray this down with some CLP. So we're going to mix this up a little bit. Okay. Now I will say this pistol isn't particularly super dirty, so I am just going to do a very light coat. If you just got done shooting this, depending on how many rounds you shot, you spray as much as you think is necessary. I will say a little bit does go a long way. You really don't need a whole bunch. Next is going to be our guide rod and our spring, so we're going to spray that. And then we're going to take that and we're going to spread it across the guide rod and the spring. Okay, we're going to set that down. Next is going to be our barrel. And we're going to make sure we spray right inside here on inside of the hook. And we're going to spray right here on the breech, which is this right here. And then we're going to spray inside of the barrel. Okay, we're going to spin that around a little bit. Let that get all the way in there. Okay. Next is going to be our slide. So we're going to spray inside here, along down the slide. We're going to spray inside of the grooves on both sides and make sure that we're getting everything, we're making sure that we get everything along the way. All right, and we're going to set our slide down. We're going to let that run down. All right, now we're going to grab our brush. And we're going to go ahead and start brushing. We're going to start brushing the internals. Make sure you get inside the mag well. All right, now that that's done, we can set that to the side. And we're gonna grab our cleaning rag and we're gonna wipe off our bristles. Okay. Now that that's done, we're gonna brush our guide rod and our spring. Okay. We're going to set that down. Now we're going to brush our barrel right here, the hook side, and then we're going to brush the breech as well. Okay, let's take a look. Awesome. Looks clean to me. Okay, we're going to set that down. We're going to wipe off our brush again. Okay. Next, we're going to brush our slide. Make sure you get the sides as well. Okay. Now we're going to brush where the extractor is. If you don't know what the extractor looks like, it's going to be this piece right here. You see how it curves around and it comes into that little hook shape, which is, trying to get this to focus. Sorry, there we go. This little hook piece right here. Yeah, there we go. You see that hook piece right there. So we're going to make sure we clean the extractor very well. All right, we're going to set that down. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our bore brush and we're going to run through the barrel. And we're going to run that through a couple times. All right. All right, let's take a look. Awesome. Looks clean to me. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our applicators, which are our Q-tips, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get inside of the small nooks and crannies that we were not able to reach before with the brush or with our cleaning rag. All right, got that. Let's do that one more time. Make sure you get in front of the trigger bar as well. It does get pretty dirty right there. Yeah, see, look at that. It gets pretty filthy. Now, I will say you don't have to absolutely clean this to where there's absolutely no carbon left. It doesn't need to be perfect. This is not, this isn't the military. This isn't some kind of inspection. Just clean out the general junk from your firearm. Keeping it clean, maintaining it. That is going to keep your weapon lasting a very long time. And I will say this, do practice. You should practice often. I would say go shooting, ideally, if you can, once a week, if not at least once every 2 weeks. Just keep it, because all skills are perishable, no matter who you are. Whether you're just plain Jane, you don't know anything about firearms, or you're a Navy SEAL. Your skills are all perishable. So make sure that you stay up to date on your training. There we go. And yeah, and maybe in the future we'll go over some videos of how to do some shooting drills. All right, and now that the trigger housing is done, we're going to take an applicator to our barrel, specifically the breech, just to make sure that we didn't miss anything. All right, we can set that down. Next is going to be our slide. We're going to make sure we get inside of this hole right here. We're going to make sure we get down the grooves. Okay, got that. Next, we're going to make sure we get our extractor. And the reason we want to make sure that our extractor is really clean is we don't want any gunk building up in it, making it impossible for the extractor to grab onto the casing and being able to fling it out. We want to make sure that our firearm is always to complete and repeat the cycle of operation. Okay. Might take a little bit more CLP to this, depending on how bad this extractor is. Yeah. I'm going to take just a little bit more. Let that dissolve and break it down. Okay. All right. And now that that's done, we're going to take our cleaning rag and we're going to go ahead and we're going to wipe everything down. Make sure you keep your hands dry along the way, or change your gloves as necessary. Especially with CLP. CLP can get really messy. And it does, like I said, a little bit goes a long way. We definitely use a little bit more than we should have, but that generally always tends to happen. It's just kind of the nature of the game, nature of the beast. You know what I mean? Just it is what it is. Okay. Now we got our slide wipe down. We're going to set that to the side. We're going to wipe off our guide rod and our spring. Okay, set that to the side. Next, we're going to wipe off our barrel. All right, that's done. You set that to the side. Next is going to be our trigger housing group. And as far as cleaning rags go, I just use white t-shirts, non-expensive ones from Walmart or something like that. Just buy like a 10-pack of them, wash them one time before you use them to clean. And those those 10-pack, those 10-pack of t-shirts, they'll last you a very long time. Okay, and now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and reassemble our firearm. So we're going to grab our slide and our barrel. So we're going to make sure that the hook side, this side, is facing down, and we're going to put it back here into the larger hole for the barrel. And this is what it'll look like when it's flush. There we go. I'm trying to get this to focus. Okay. Next is going to be our guide rod and our spring. We're going to pop that into that little U-shaped notch. We're going to pop that into our little U-shaped notch right here. So you see that concave shape right there. We're going to pop that. We're going to pop this in right into there. There we go. And we're going to line it up. Next, we're going to grab the receiver. We're going to line this up. And now we're going to do what's called a functions check on the firearm. So we're going to pull the trigger for a click, rack the slide again, and we're going to do a pull on the trigger again for another click. And this time we're going to hold the trigger down, rack the slide to the rear, and we're going to release the trigger for a clunk, pull the trigger again for a click, rack the slide one more time, and there you go. That is how you disassemble, clean, and reassemble and perform a functions check on your Glock 43 pistol. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for joining me today. Everything you guys do is going to help with the algorithm on the channel. So please, any commentary would be great. Please leave a like. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions on any videos you would like to see, or if there's a specific firearm that you would like to see, and if it's realistic and I can get my hands on it, yeah, just let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for joining. Stay safe, take care, and carry every day.